Hello, students. Dr. Dia here with this week's philosophy appetizer. It starts with a story. My family and I lived in the beautiful city of Guadalajara, Mexico for about a year. And of course, it is well known around the country for being a beautiful city with lots of flowers. And I was particularly in love with the Bouganvilleas flowers. Actually, there's a section of the city that is called Bouganvilleas City. And ever since I lived there, it was always my dream to have bougainvilleas in my house.
So here is the story. I always derive lessons from nature, but as you can see from the subtitle of this slide, something different happened. So I was, in love with the idea of having bougainvilleas in my house. Bushy, these bright colors, low maintenance flowers that looked gorgeous pretty much all year round. So when my family and I moved to Orange County and we bought our first home, one of the things that drew me in was in the backyard there was this bush of beautiful purple bougainvilleas. And I thought to myself, I'm set for life. Well, it turns out that these plants have a mind of their own. Pretty soon that bush started growing and the branches were crawling all over the place. Some of them actually reached over into the second story of our home, and I don't know how. Some of the branches managed to kind of like open up a crack in my uh, window screen and crawl all the way into our bedroom. So I said to myself, no, I gotta put this thing under control. So of course I go out there and I start trying to trim them, and I find that man, these things are hard. Not only that, but I started reaching in. I find that they have these incredibly wicked, huge thorns. It was bad. I cut my hands up, so I had to go back and get some proper tools and protection, and finally got that thing trimmed. And let me tell you, for the 16 years that we lived in that house, it was a battle every year to make sure those things didn't grow out of control. And of course, as you can imagine, we derive some lessons from these experiences with nature.
So it is always my custom to derive great lessons from nature. In this case, it shows us that there are many things in life that on the outside look very attractive, very appealing, but you don't realize that once you get involved, you might get hurt. So be careful as you go through life. Don't evaluate things or opportunities or even people about how they look like on the outside. Always realize that what's important is what are the underlying values. And that's what I go for. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm never having bougainvilleas in my house again.